Goodness. Okay, all right. This is gonna be the false video that talks about. Then we're gonna watch some Hollow Live because Hollow Live's awesome. Hey, who did that, Dragon? What's up?
She has doubled down. That being Daff, also known as 39 Daff, an influencer with over 400,000 followers on Twitter, along with over 600,000 subscribers on YouTube, and 1.2 million followers on Twitch.tv. This influencer over the past days taking to her chat to doubt, contradict, and disparage the words of Nijisanji English's Selen Tatsuki.
I think it's okay if this person wants to put doubt on what Selen/Doki is saying, but you can't deny the receipts, brother. There's a lot of receipts. Like, if you want to be like, yeah, there's receipts, but I don't believe it, who am I to say that, okay, you know, okay, sure. It ain't adding up, though.
Now terminated from that agency and operating as the independent VTuber Doki Bird. These chat logs being covered in our last episode, which has since been seen by others.
Daff logs strike again.
Yo, as we go! Ooh, let's go!
With her viewership in her offline chat yesterday, remarking on the situation and having a few choice words regarding Doki Bird. This not being the first time that Daff's offline chat records have attracted attention. As some remarks
Yo, the term cracker, you seem very sensitive. White fragility, yo, that's crazy.
Like, I think that what she's saying would be more valid if Doki Bird was the one that leaked that she got harassed.
But she did it. Nijisanji did it.
The one that leaked it. Then it totally goes out the window that Doki Bird has any sort of responsibility to justify these claims.
Bro, why didn't we just watch this video?
Because she never made them in a public setting. That's insane.
Oh my
and
God.
Now many wondering, is this the beginning? Many viewers speculating if the Nijisanji livers still remaining with the agency are speaking with their outside of agency influencer friends to speak on their behalf. And if we may even see a graduated liver speak more directly on the subject. That as Daff and Kyo Kaneko have been friends before Kyo was even with Nijisanji English.
Word. So this is very interesting then, because I actually watch Kyo, not Kyo, but I like watching, you know, the real Kyo. If you know who really Kyo is and his old videos in his channel, you know, he's known for doing a whole bunch of stuff. So to know that he's friends with Daff, bro, what is your opinion on it? I gotta hear it.
Because this is crazy. This morning, I can't believe it's today, as he is now graduating and leaving the organization. While in response to yesterday's video, Daff has now doubled down. Further speaking on the legalities around Doki Bird, and once again taking to her chat to say what happened. Peak journalism, speculating in offline chat. Though I will say, what exactly was a bad question I asked? Regarding the situation, am I wrong for assuming if you sue for harassment, you need to name them for the case and have the burden of proof to support said case? Therefore, I can assume multiple people were named.
We're going to watch the Kyo graduation stream after this, by the way, because I do want to see it.
Because 3 people volunteered, implying there's more. Because if you want to sue for harassment, you already build a case and have documented proof of this exact harassment from specific people. In the tweets, Niji said, they said respective documents shown to relevant people, then 3 people volunteered, said they disagreed with the contents of those documents, leading me to assume each person got different documents. Because if you show unrelated people other documents, that is breaching privacy. Not sure what the word to use here is. So if they showed specific people specific documents, I can fairly assume people got different documents. This referencing before from where Daff had said from Niji's tweet, you can infer these people all had their specific documents individually sent to them. This once again being an assumption on Daff's part. And again, that action being entirely against the request of Doki Birds, which for these documents only to be seen by the legal team of Nijisanji. Daff then saying, I don't know, it's a legal court case. No, that's a bit more graduated than drama. That referencing back to when Daff said, because I genuinely also don't understand, how can you file a court case?
Doesn't understand how legal stuff works, so why the fuck are they talking about it if they don't understand? Never mind, I forget. People are dumb.
And say you want to move on as if it's not ongoing. I'm sorry, girly, that's not how legal matters work. You can't decide on a whim when you want it to be convenient.
Are you dumb? You know what? I'm not even going to assume 39 Daff is dumb. I'm just going to look at it and be like, let me think about it. But basically, Doki didn't want anything to do with this shit. Bro, like, how are you going to comment on something and not fully pay attention to it? That's like a little fucked up, at least a little bit. Like, even me, someone that's really lazy, even I am paying attention to it. Before, even I call some people like, hey, Chaotic, hey, Masashi, what's your opinion on this shit? What is Garak? What is this? Like, bro, just ask somebody. You don't gotta, bro, and you got like, what, 200,000 followers or some shit? Like, you couldn't ask one of them?
Once again, at this time, it is not clear if a court case has been filed at all, or if this is simply the legal teams of Doki Bird and Niji Sanji speaking with one another, and now further being shared against Doki Bird's request to the actual livers. Dav continuing on, it also is mentioned in the Niji Sanji tweets, livers were involved in this harassment. That is the actual statement from Niji Sanji.
That's what Niji said.
Celine Tatsuki demanded that any color should be held legally responsible. This not stating that actual legal proceedings have gone forward, as Doki Bird herself has also not stated that legal proceedings had gone forward. Lawyers involved. Daff then linking out to another tweet, this being the much maligned Niji Sanji English tweet, stating that Niji Sanji hereby declares that it has not made any confidentiality violations in general.
And the funny thing is, like, yeah, Niji Sanji, you can declare that you didn't break the law. Last time I checked, you're not the law. So who gives a fuck? Like, what if Doki was like, I hereby declare everything I said was also not against the law? Okay, so wait, now both of y'all don't got to go to court because y'all both are right? Like, this doesn't even make any sense.
That it has not made any confidentiality violations. In general, why are people mad that I'm questioning stuff being weird? If she's suing, I guess she's not suing then. What about that video, though? I didn't watch it. And continuing, so when people witch hunt...
So you really are dumb. So you really are just dumb. Holy shit. All right. Well, so why do people watch 39 Daft? Is it because she's hot? Like, what's the reasoning? Somebody give me a legitimate reason why people watch an idiot. I don't know.
Ivers and Niji, it's okay, even if they don't have proof or know anything yet. But when I ask some questions about the legal stuff, it's all hell is loose.
Bro, you can ask questions about the legal shit. The legal shit's already being talked about. The issue is that you're just saying random shit that's wrong. But the thing is, like, you're not even asking. You're just like, yeah, this. And it's like, bro, we've already talked about this. We've already talked about it. So why are you late? Like, why are you putting your 2 cents in if your 2 cents isn't even relevant, right? What the fuck?
Me just speculating with y'all and here with maybe 10 people at most, then blowing it up to thousands. I don't know if that's going to have the effect they want. I don't know. It's kind of effed for the livers. It's been a free-for-all for people to witch hunt them. This once again after Niji Sanji themselves initiated the subject of harassment, stating claims of Celine that she herself had not made public yet, such as this one that she was being harassed by other affiliated livers due to mismanagement. That once again not being firstly revealed by Celine/Doki Bird, but instead by Niji Sanji English themselves. This particular approach by Niji Sanji receiving lots of criticism, with many viewers saying that it simply painted a target on every liver's back.
Yeah, and that's the least of it. The least of it is everybody in EN got a target, and like the most of it is they literally just broke the law, right? That is the issue for 39 DAF, if they didn't know. That is the real issue. Niji Sanji are the ones breaking the law / making shit worse. It's not Doki coming out and saying, hey, this bad stuff happened. And then Niji Sanji responds. And now she's like, I don't want any more trouble. It was literally Doki said, I don't want any trouble. Niji Sanji came out and then she had to respond. And then Niji Sanji responded again. And then she responded for a last time. And now we're just waiting on Niji Sanji to respond again because apparently they can't keep their foot out of their own mouth.
Continuing on, and no one's
By the way, I think it'll happen tomorrow. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, maybe they'll shut the fuck up.
Bothering,
or maybe I'm wrong.
with asking for proof for them just speculating like me. But when I do it, oh shit.
It's because you're not speculating. You're really just saying shit out loud that has already been proven. So it's not a speculation. It's just an ignorant comment. And then when people check you for your ignorance, you're surprised.
But it's fair that those documents don't need to be made public, but they definitely were rightfully shared with the involved individuals. Because again, if you are claiming a company wronged you or harassed, you have to have specific interactions with specific people as proof.
And that proof might be a thing. The thing is, the legal actions were supposed to happen without our knowledge. Us, the fan base. Me, you, the people in the chat. None of us were supposed to know about any of this.
So that being shared within the involved parties is just part of the legal process. Staff here once again insisting that the livers absolutely must see the documents, despite at this time no legal proceedings of any kind involving them on an individual basis.
Okay,
Staff
so no legal
continuing,
proceedings.
well, as far as we know, Niji got papers sent by lawyers. So what that mean? Mother effer, I don't
So what that mean?
know why private info would be in those papers. I think people are backtracking the suing thing by saying it's an HR complaint and not an actual lawsuit because it dismisses all my questions. Why would we not reasonably assume it's a lawsuit from every context given? The reason we'd assume those documents contain proof of harassment is because those three livers went live disagreeing. The whole base of it is very much appears to be suing for harassment/unfair treatment. I don't know, it seems like people are saying it's not a lawsuit after all because it voids all the questions I had. That's original questions and stance, once again, referencing back, stating I genuinely also don't understand how can you file a court case and saying you want to move on as if it's not ongoing. That for self with no knowledge if there is an ongoing court case.
Holy moly. Round of applause, because even Masashi drunk ass could form a better response than this shit. Round of applause.
Simply assuming. Yeah, further confirming that, saying because I'm assuming it's a lawsuit, all my other assumptions
You're assuming.
are based off.
You're just assuming. You're just assuming through the whole thing. You're assuming it's right and then you're assuming it's wrong, but the whole time you're just wrong. So what the fuck are we assuming about? You're assuming on your own assumptions? Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Huh?
That's so why get mad at me? I'm just assuming too.
Because you're dumb.
I didn't even say anything mean. It's literally just about the
it's just you're dumb. That's it.
Lawsuits. Daff earlier.
You can be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. It's just that you're dumb and loud. So it's like, it's okay if you're dumb too. It's okay. Like, shout out to the dumb people. There's dumb people in life. It is what it is, right? But when you're dumb and you're loud, it's like everybody that actually has brain cells wants to tell you to shut up. But because you're so dumb, you just keep talking. That's the issue.
When talking about the situation with Doki Bird, saying basically someone's lying. Along with, again, I don't think she thought those individuals would be sent their respect.
I don't think she thought. I don't think you think at all. I don't think you can think for somebody else's because you don't even form your own thoughts correctly.
Documents.
So how the fuck does that happen? Dumb.
And later saying she kind of publicly slandered and caused a witch hunt. And Bro, oh my God. It's like, bro, your lines before now says you don't know shit. And then you want to say like you know some shit. And then you say again, you don't know shit when people attack you. And then here you go saying more shit. That's not true. That makes you look even dumber. Ah, man. Oh man, and what is this? What is this text? Somebody let me know. What the hell is all of this? What is this? Is Twitch chat or some shit? I don't know. I'm not online all the time. Cause bro, if they're talking to what is this? What is this? And I'm really riled up that you can basically slander a group of people, I don't give an F about the corpa, withhold proof that you had to gather for your case, and just say you want to move on.
I would agree with you, except that didn't happen. That's the issue. That's why people are calling you out. Because it never happened.
Once again, Daff later saying I didn't even say anything mean.
It's not you said anything mean, you said everything dumb, or you said everything wrong.
Daff further saying at the end of the day, I'm just speculating like everyone else.
Bro, your speculations are of old shit that's already been confirmed. Again, the issue is it's already been confirmed. Like, imagine if JFK, everybody know what happened to JFK, right? Imagine if Daff came up here and was like, yeah, man, I think the person that killed JFK was only one person. And it's like, bro, the JFK shit happened a long time ago. What are you talking about right now?
But I felt like I had pretty reasonable questions and hypotheticals.
It's okay that you think they're reasonable. And honestly, they would have been reasonable if they weren't already proven to be false. Shout out false ID.
So I don't know why people are so upset. Whatever, man. I said what I had to say anyways.
You didn't have to say shit.
And it did kind of pick my brain.
Bro, your brain is small as shit.
People are free to speculate.
Yeah, you're free to speculate, but I'm letting you know, if you're going to speculate, do it correctly.
Me being friends with Niji Livers means jack shit in the court of law.
We don't even give a fuck that you're friends with whoever you're friends with. If you're friends with Kel, congratulations. Kel left the company. So like what who gives a fuck? That literally means nothing.
I hope it goes to court.
What the fuck are you talking about? You hope it goes to court. If it goes to court, Doki's gonna win. But apparently it seems like you're not on Doki's side. So why would you want...
Only thing I'm guilty of is yapping and speculating like literally everyone else. But for some reason, questioning the legality and sense of the suing is really frowned upon.
No, it's not. It's really not. It's really not.
Dude, I literally said in those logs...
Look, I don't know. Like, every time someone questions you, I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just assuming like everyone else. I'm speculating. Oh, I don't know. If you don't know, shut up.
I don't discredit how she felt, but if you're accusing people of harassment and have burden of proof for suing, you better make sure it's solid. And given 3 people already disagreed, oops, good luck with the case. But to be shown in court and up for debate, and consider they'd volunteered, I don't know. I don't think you'd want to volunteer unless you strongly disagree. But then again, the narrative is they were forced to. And okay, wait, no, one last thing. If I'm right, I get to say I told you so.
And like, that's all you care about is trying to be right and say, I told you so. Even if, bro, let me say this. Even if you are right, Daft, nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck. Congratulations, you're right on the internet. Bro, people that are legitimately right on the internet, nobody really gives a fuck. It's like, yeah, you're right. Who cares? Oh my God. Yeah, I think you got a couple screws loose, lady.
Oh, bye-bye. Once again, those being the words of Daff at 39 Daff, longtime friend of Kyo Kaneko of Nijisanji English, who is now graduating from the agency today. And now, speaking of Doki Bird, this VTuber has now achieved 576,000 YouTube subscribers, surpassing that of the 569,000 subscribers of Nijisanji English's Alira Pandora. Alira at this time having not streamed in the past 2 weeks, except for the now infamous A Message from Nijisanji English stream. That is, we saw this in one of my local cosplay communities, secondhand selling groups, and thought it was mildly funny. This listing being for an Alira Pandora cosplay, including a custom-made wig, costume, and shoes.
It looks like a nice wig.
Saying canceled plans. And what has not been canceled just yet is the remaining Selene merchandise on the Nijisanji English official.
Because they gotta get the money. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. $10 US. You want some Selene? Like, bro. Doki should release merch literally the same thing except just Doki, and just charge the same amount too. Just charge the same amount. Fuck it.
Those pieces of merchandise.
I would say charge less for it, but nah, just charge the same amount.
It's being a Niji puppet, with some viewers finding it humorous that the main graphic for the Nijisanji English puppets would be of Alira Pandora and Vox Akama, 2 of the 3 individuals from that infamous A Message from Nijisanji English stream postings from Any Color. Most especially this one, Toast Crunch remarking, "Holy shit. This online job listing from Any Color from 19 days ago for a quote-unquote legal clerk and general manager. The estimated salary is 300,000 to 420,000 yen, which is anywhere from 2,000 to 3,800 USD a month. That's not 2 separate jobs. They want people who will do both.
You want a legal clerk and a general manager to work for $3,000 a month. Bro, nobody that went to school for any legal job, whatever, would ever take this job because the pay is just too fucking low. What the fuck?
USD a month. That's not too
multilingual on top of that, bro. They're gonna be overqualified and underpaid.
Separate jobs. They want people who will do both. Basically, their closest competitor pays twice as much for half the job, and even that half of the job that they're asking for is more limited in scope and more specific. I imagine some people would prefer a point of comparison, so here's a similar listing Cover Corporation has up. It's for a legal clerk and specifies a focus on compliance. It is 5 million to 10 million yen annual, so around 3,800 to 7,600 USD a month. Plus,
see, even that is honestly too low as well, by the way. 7,000 USD a month is still too low for anything legal because, bro, legal is very important. People go to school for a very long time to get those legal credentials. And to only get paid $7,000 a month ain't gonna cut it.
Performance bonuses
really
twice a year. This all occurring
But a performance
as the
bonus is good.
positive spam.
Then again, does Hollow really need it? Because apparently they don't get in trouble.
For Niji EN was initially posted on select Twitter accounts, often either featuring artwork or the mascots of all of the remaining Niji EN livers, and all of them coming from non-English speaking accounts. That hashtag immediately being co-opted by English speaking accounts like this one saying my favorites.
That's a lot for Japan. For Japan, I'm not too sure, but you got to think about it. Unless they're gonna move them to Japan, I mean, you still gonna be like, because that. Let's look at it. Let me look at it.
Mascot for a point.
It's in Japanese, so maybe they are looking for someone in Japanese or in Japan, right? Because this isn't Japanese. But if it was in like English, then I would be like, it really wouldn't make any sense.
Comparisons. So here's
But yeah, 7,000 for even in Japan. I'm honestly not too sure. Somebody let me know. I know there's some Japanese viewers. Y'all let me know.
Hashtag positive spam for Niji EN. This Doki Bird piece remarking, look what they need to mimic a fraction of our power. And this wonderful.
Bro, they should have used the meme of Mark getting his ass beat by Omni-Man. He's like, why don't you think, bro?
Work from Lataro saying, I deeply apologize for breaking it down. That being the billionaire CEO of Any Color Incorporated, the parent company of Niji Sanji, who themselves actually has a Reddit account themselves, posting 3 times to the r/Niji Sanji subreddit. That subreddit at this time.
What the fuck?
Now being highly critical of the agency, posting up not just memes, but also analytical essays, including this one from yesterday stating, I work in comms for a living and can only think of one explanation for Niji Sanji's bizarre public relations strategy. Saying, like everyone else, I've been confused and dismayed by Niji Sanji's bizarre self-destructive approach to first breaking the news of Selin's termination and then responding to Doki Bird's statements. I do work in comms for a living and can speak to the general dynamics at play in public disputes between highly visible actors in which one or both parties are subject to non-disclosure agreements.
That would make sense.
Based on my professional experience and my knowledge of the statements from Niji Sanji and Doki Bird, the explanation here seems fairly obvious. Niji Sanji misinterpreted the personal account of workplace bullying that Selin sent them shortly before her firing, and they misinterpreted this document hard. This user then breaking down the timeline as we know it, and jumping forward here, we have frustrated by Niji Sanji's unresponsiveness. Selin's lawyer suggests that she send a personal account of her.
This is basically going to break down like the legal stuff and blah, blah, blah. You know what? Skip it. What's next?
Assuming everything I've laid out thus far is
what's next for Niji Sanji?
our strategy, Niji Sanji
about.
would pivot from their misguided attacks and attempt to just memory hole these events, counting on the internet's short attention span to eventually take the heat off their talent and hope.
They do have a short attention span, that is true. But some people be remembering, especially if they post a fire meme, they definitely gonna remember Sink the Yacht.
Hoping that enough fans stick around to keep the EN branch financially viable. The second approach Niji Sanji might take is one more final statement explaining the failure to communicate in general terms, apologizing profusely to Selin, and promising that those responsible have been fired out of a cannon into the sun in order to take some heat off the talent and the rest of management. In my experiences working with public-facing companies, I've found that the C-suite is unfortunately often loath to fully explain F-ups even after they've implemented fixes. Walking this path would require them to make damaging admissions about profound failures. This essay lastly ending with, my hope is that this catastrophe leads Niji Sanji English's senior leadership to take a look in the mirror and make real changes to improve talent relations, comms, and translation services. But based on the moves we've seen thus far, I can't say that I'm optimistic.
Same. All right. Well, that's everything. Bye-bye.